Good morning, everybody, coast to coast, Canada, Mexico, Australia. I'm Bill the Geek, broadcasting live from Morelia, Mexico. This is the Bill Dallas Lewis channel, and we get together every Saturday morning and share with you the joys of living in Mexico. We have a bunch of clips. We were on the road this week again. And so we got video clips. If you're new here, we share the joys of living in Mexico. If you have questions about where might be a good place for you to live, what's it like living on the ocean? What's it like living inside the middle of Mexico where I live? If you have any questions, just introduce yourself. Click the like button, subscribe. Oh, that's always a good thing to do. But we're just a big family here. Big family. Everybody's friendly. What camera am I using right now? Everybody's friendly. I'm friendly. I'm trying to get this mic worked out with the camera. There, let's try that. I'm just trying to get all this worked out. But anyway, we're happy to see everyone. If you're new here, ask questions, leave comments. I've been down here for quite some time. Let's say some hello. Tooth Fairy is in Morelia. Good morning, Tooth Fairy. She lives right down the street from me in Tooth Fairy. After this broadcast, I'm going to La Comer and stock up, get 2 bags of groceries. Brian Maiden in the house. Brian, pretty boy Maiden, great to see you. Hope you're standing up good these days. Angela Morris. Hola, Angela. Looking good, girl. Running. Good morning. Is my medicine rock. Port Conch. Good morning. And safe travels. Las Cruces. Thank you. Hello, everyone. I hope everybody, see how friendly for you new, everybody's all friendly up in here. Mary Jane, buenos dias. Hugh Harrell, hola, Bill, hola to you, Hugh. Yeah, we got people in the house this morning. We have a lot going on around the world, in the country, in the United States, and in Canada. Tanya in the house. Hola, Tanya. Great to see you here. As always, Kevin Winters in the house. Tanya's in Seattle, I think. David, my neighbor down the street. Ola, it's a beautiful morning in Morelia. And David's right. I'm looking out of my big window, and here's my view. And I'm looking. This is what I see right now, except get rid of the clouds. Imagine that with no clouds. That's what it looks looking out of my window all day. But right now, it's all of those clouds can be replaced by blue sky. That's what Tooth Fairy's looking at. That's what David's looking at. That's Morelia, 1 million people, a fabulous place to live. It's my choice. Okay, and it's warming up. Woo, I got to chill. It's warming up here now. It's about 47 degrees in the morning. It's going to go up to about 80 degrees today. Very limited humidity. And when I say limited, that means like almost nothing. Hola, Jerry. Buenos dias todos. I can't see, David said, I can't see any clouds. Also in Morelia, we have Liston Henry. He's been here. Woo, I got another chill in the ears. He's been here about 4 or 5 months now. Wonderful Saturday to all listening today. This week, you guys are going to hear the tamale guy outside. Tamales, tamales, tamales. One day I'll have to get some of his tamales. But before I buy some tamales from him, I want to see his kitchen, because I ain't buying nothing from nobody, food, unless I see their kitchen first. One day I'm going to say, hey, let's go to your house so I can see your kitchen. Then maybe I'll get some tamales from him. But anyway, I took a trip this week on the road. I was on the road most of the week. And here's where I went. I went to this place called Lazaro Cardenas. Lazaro Cardenas. Lazaro Cardenas. Took the bus there. It was a great trip. I took a different bus line. Here I am waiting for the bus to leave. Look at how clean and shiny the floors are there. And this was my first time taking a trip on this bus line. They were really good. Parhikuni, very clean, 2 bathrooms. I've been using another bus line many times. They didn't even have a bathroom at all, which is you got to really prepare your body. If you know what I mean, if you know you're going to be on a bus with no bathroom for like 4 hours, you got to be, you got to have your, you got to have all your stuff packed up tight. Hear what I'm saying? So, but this bus trip was great. On the way there, sometimes the buses have movies, and this one had a movie. And on the way there, and they had 2 trips to where I was going. One stopped in 2 towns, and that took like 5 hours. On the way back, I got the direct bus with no stops, 4 hours. And both ways, they were playing Will Smith with Bad Boys 4 in Spanish. And I watched the movie in Spanish, and I understood about 60 to 70% of what they were saying. And then, but sometimes they have the movies, and they have these screens that pop down below the seats. Let's see if I can show you what. Here you go, right here. Here's what it looks like. You can see those screens pop down there. And that can be a little annoying because then you have to listen to the sound. Right here, this is a Disney movie, an animated Disney. I don't want to hear that. I got earbuds and all that kind of stuff, but sometimes that can be annoying. So on the way there, they played the movie like that, but on the way back, they had the movies on the seat, on the back of the seat in front of you, and they give you earphones, and so you can put on the earphones, watch whatever movie you want to watch. But I watched Bad Boys 4 on the way there and on the way back, and I just love that series. The first one that came out, Bad Boys #1, I've seen that like 100 times, literally on Netflix. So I downloaded the movie last night and watched it in English. And I was very happy that I did. But anyway, that happened on the bus. We got perfect temperatures. Also, and I'm going to show you the city I was in. Ryan, hey, from wintry Toronto. I'm sick as a dog because what's better for the flu than a brutal Canadian winter? I talked to Jamie in Montreal a couple of days ago. He's going nuts. He wanted to get a bus just to get the heck out of Montreal. Katrina the Maker in the house. Good morning to you and Kevin, Ola, Bill, and all. Heading back to Mazatlan in April. Ooh, that's kind of tricky. Kevin in New Hampshire. That's kind of weird, Kevin, because April is the time when all the Canadians leave Canada. That's when Canadians, they've been coming down there forever. That's when they leave Mazatlan, because that's when it gets all hot and humid as hell. That's one reason I moved here. And we got Axel Foley in the house. Good morning, Axel. But oh, looky who's here. Looky who is here. Ola Cuz, my cousin who lives. I'm not going to say where she lives because she's so fine. Everybody be trying to track her down. And she's a photographer. She's an internationally renowned artist. And she just got an award, an international award for best photo internationally. She's brilliant. But anyway, love you, cuz. Great to see you here. And Jamie, good morning to you. Same here. So very cold coming this week. Yeah, hey, you guys, it's time to go. Time to go. Get out. And there's my wife right there. And her girlfriend, we get together, we do threesomes. It's awesome, man. You know, we get out the Mazola butter and the peppers, and we just have a good time. Happy to see you in-house girlfriends. Both of y'all looking good today. Okay, so let's get back to where I went this week. Now, the funny thing, who is this? And if you're new here, introduce yourself. Buck Stops here. Let's see here. Soleil Poet. Oh, no, I missed this. I want to leave the USA. Yeah, or maybe not. Hey, I'm so much is going on. Let me get back to where I was this week. Okay, so this is where I went to. Lazaro Cardenas. Now, this is February. It's February now. And I left here, the bus left here like around 9 o'clock in the morning. So I got there around 1 o'clock in the afternoon. This is the first week of February. And it was hot and humid there. It was so humid, I didn't like it. At nighttime, it was okay. It was a low of 75 and a high around 85. And this town, it's a port town. So they port, or they send out a lot of cars. You'll see some photos here shortly. Lenora Wilson in the house. Hola, Lenora. And Billy Char says hi. Did I miss Char? Where did I miss Char? Char says hi. What are you on? Are you on the phone with Char? I didn't see that message. Sometimes I miss messages. But let's go over here. I have some clips here. Here's the bus. The bus ride was a beautiful ride. Here we are leaving the very clean bus station in Morelia. You can go about everywhere you want to go all over Mexico, many different bus lines. And with my new Apple AirPods, I'm jamming to my funk music really loud. I got my computer. They had a charger for your phone. But this is a direct bus ride south. And we go by many lakes, beautiful mountains. And even though I had my and then I can use my phone for the internet for really good connection. I'm watching Bad Boys 4, going across the bridge, looking at these beautiful mountains. Just, I didn't know whether to watch the movie or to watch my phone or to look out the window and see the lake and the mountains. It was just fabulous. Traveling through Mexico is nice. Seeing the people's homes at the bottom of the mountains, the rock formations, and wondering how the engineers in Mexico built these roads that go through the mountains. You hear that beep, beep? That's my neighbor next across the hall coming and going out of her Volkswagen. Here we are paying a toll. We probably stopped at probably like 5 or 6 tolls, and you can see the sign here. I want to go to Extapa. But the longer I wait, the hotter it's going to be. And watch this. I might play this clip 2 times. Now, there are the police. There you go. And behind that truck, there's like 100. I'm going to stop that and watch very closely. We're going to drive by this police. They're like, they used to be called Federales. Now they're the National Guard. I'm going to play this clip again. Watch slowly here. Those white pickups are the National Federales, and all of them have AK-47s. But behind this truck, these trucks, this is how they get around. Look behind that truck. There's like 100 of these guys, all with AK-47s. There's a guy in his truck. You can see him there. I don't know where they're going, where they've been. I don't know. I'm just glad that they weren't looking for me. You know, I waved at them. In fact, I gave them the finger. I gave them all the finger. I'm in the bus. What are they going to do? Come get me? I just gave them the finger and stuck my tongue out at them. But they knew nobody messes with Bill the Geek. They said, and some of them looked scared when I did it. I gave them the finger, and I heard one of them say, "No, that's Bill the Geek. You don't want to mess with him because he bad. He jump out of that bus and kick your butt real bad, all up and down the highway. Nobody messing with no Bill the Geek. You got to be crazy." But you know the temperature's changing when all of a sudden you don't see any pine trees, you don't see any avocado trees anymore, and all you see is palm trees. I wonder if these are cocoa plantations. I don't know how it works, but it's getting warmer and warmer as we get closer to Cadenas, the destination. I've heard about it. It's close to Plaza Azul, Extapa, on the ocean. We're on the way there right now. More palm trees. Brian Maiden, you got palm trees where you are? You got any palm trees, Brian Maiden, up there where you are? Jamie, you got palm trees up there in Montreal? Here you go. Let's see some more palm trees and water. I'm on the bus watching Will Smith and Bad Boy. They whooping that butt, kicking Bad Boy butt. Happy ending to the movie in Spanish. But all along this trip, lots of trucks. Look at all these trucks. These are transport trucks. I'm going to show you something now, and pay close attention to what you're going to see now. Check this out. See all the trucks. You're going to see some containers. Look at those big red cranes over there on the left-hand side. In the middle of the screen, you can see containers. Those are all for, I don't know what they're for. I think they're for cars. And more containers. We're getting very close to the ocean. This is one of the many shipping centers of Mexico. And look at all those. But here you go. Okay, here, off in the distance, in a second, There you go. In the middle of the screen, there's thousands of brand new cars. Off in the distance, thousands and thousands and thousands of brand new cars. And that's why we're seeing all of those containers, all of the trucks. The closer we get to the ocean, more and more cars and trucks. Let's look at these cars. Look at these. Look, thousands of cars and trucks ready to be shipped to the United States. Look at all the shipping containers. Thousands. And look at that. Look at more cars, more containers. This is and then I got curious about things because that's just the way I am. And I got on Google and I looked up what is the number one export from Mexico specifically to the United States. What is the number one export from Mexico to the United States? Well, the answer is vehicles. Vehicles, cars, trucks shipped from Mexico to the United States. That is Mexico's number one export to the United States. Cars, trucks. Yeah. Yeah. So when Donald Trump start talking that 25% the tariff thingy, that means the price of cars that people in the United States are going to go up 25%. They're already too expensive anyway. But we got Kim J in the house. Long time no see, Kim J. Hola, chica. Where are you? Where are you now? Axel Foley. Bill, have you been to Colima? And would you recommend as a place to relocate? Good question, Axel Foley. And sorry about that. And let's take a look at the map to let people know where Colima is. We're going to hide Axel's message there. Let's open up the map. We can see Morelia in the middle of the map. We're going to zoom out. Let's see, where is Colima? Where is Colima? We can see Morelia right over here, and we can see Colima right over here. And I did a video on Colima about 2 years ago. Here it is right here. In fact, I spent a week actually, now Colima, it's about population about 169,000 people. They have a beautiful square, but I had a tour guide. Her name was Lucy. They have volcanoes. They have active volcanoes right there. And I'm going to say a 10-minute drive from Colima is Comala. And that's where I spent most of my time in Comala. And my tour guide was a Canadian, or she is a Canadian. Her name is Lucy, and she is from Montreal. And 20 years ago, she left Montreal, visited Puerto Vallarta, and never went back to Montreal. Now she does tours through the Colima, Comala area. And I like both places. And she's lived in that area for 10 years. She speaks fluent English, French, and Spanish. Her husband plays, I believe, tuba in the orchestra in Colima, but she lives in Comala, and I liked Comala. I've got a you can go back to my videos, go back about 2 years, and you'll see videos of Colima and Colama. Both places are very affordable. I loved Comala more than Colima because it was a little bit smaller, and Lucy loved it also. That's why her husband, and they're at the time now their kid's about 4 years old. But I loved Colima's cool and Comala's cool, but it's going to be hot and humid there in the summertime. Jesus Manuel Mena Garza Ola from Fort Worth, Tejas. Ola to you, Thomas Sands. Damn. Missed the start. That's okay. You can always play the recording. Headed to Querétaro or San Cris this winter for 2 weeks. Come on down, and we have the one, the only Char Williams morning. Everybody, I'm late because I'm at my storage space waiting for a donation center to come and get 85% of my stuff. We'll have it empty by next weekend. Things are coming together. Good for you. Get rid of that stuff. I talked to a guy. I think his name is Robert. Where's he moving? He's moving from the United States. He says, well, but Bill, what do I do about my car and my furniture and all that stuff? I said, get rid of it. Get rid of everything. I used to own a 4-story house in Mount Adams in Cincinnati, Ohio. I just got rid of everything. I don't own anything. All I own is some cameras, some computer equipment, a couple of hoodies. That's all I need. And an appetite. That's all I need. But good for you, Char, getting rid of 85% of your stuff because you don't own things. Things own you. No palm trees in Colorado Springs, that's for sure. Nerd truth. That's funny. No palm trees in Canada. You guys got to go. Again, where are you headed? Where am I headed? I'll show you in a second. I recently bought a Lotto Lego set that cost me about $600. And yes, it was shipped from Mexico. Mexico has I'm no economist. And yes, like all countries in the world, Mexico does have poverty. And you're going to see some in this video that I'm going to show you shortly. But I tell you what, there are 8 people in my building. And when I leave to go to the grocery store, to go to my grocery store today, I'm going to walk through the garage where there are like 8 cars down there. Of the 8 cars, there's a brand new BMW, a brand new Volkswagen, a brand new Mercedes-Benz, a brand new Audi down there. As I walk to the grocery store, there's just going to be Audis, Mercedes. There's many parts of Mexico have very strong economies. There's a lot of money down here. Colima is close to Tierra Caliente, Michoacan. Cool beans. Colima had an earthquake 2 years ago. Yeah, Mexico, we have earthquakes. I went through a couple of them while living in Guadalajara, but I lived through an earthquake in Columbus, Ohio many years ago. Helen, hi, Bill. I'm over here in cold Delaware listening to you talking smack about kicking butt. That's right. That's what I do. When I'm not making videos, I'm kind of like Batman. At nighttime, I put on my cape and I fly around the world trying to enforce truth, justice, and the American way. And then I only put up these YouTube videos as a front so that the bad guys don't know who I really am. But I'm just like the bad boys, but I ain't with no police department. I just put on my cape, fly around at nighttime with my secret glasses, and I can see the world up close. And anywhere in the world there's a bad guy, I swoop down on him and I get him. Yeah, I pick him up and drop him in the ocean, miles away from nowhere. But I'm going to go back now. I'm Bill the Geek, broadcasting live from Morelia, Mexico, and yeah, that's what I'm talking. I don't play. Okay, now let's see now. Kim J. Hey, Bill. We're still in San Miguel Allende. I want to visit there. Maybe you'd be kind enough to show me around. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Too much bad boys. Ken Art in the house. His home almost got burned down. From what he said a couple of weeks ago, we haven't seen him in a few weeks, but his house almost got burned down in that L.A. fire. Good to see you here, Ken Art. Hope you are well, and all is good for you. Pack light and it tight. Yeah, pack light. I'm so happy that I don't have too much stuff. Matt Brazelton, good morning, Bill, and everyone. Glad to be back in the house. Matt, we haven't seen you in a few weeks. I believe you're in Oregon, and which reminds me that, of course, tomorrow is the big day for the Super Bowl. And I don't, I'm kind of leaning towards the Kansas City Chiefs, only because you got Taylor Swift and Kelsey all hooked up. I like Taylor Swift. I've never heard any Taylor Swift music, but I think this is so romantic that Taylor Swift and Kelsey are together. Isn't that just a cool thing? So I don't care. The other thing that gets me about the Super Bowl is, why do they have to play it at 6:30 on Sunday night? I mean, it's not going to be over till about 11 o'clock. Why can't they start it at noon or 1 o'clock, a reasonable time? I don't, but I'm not all that bright. But anyway, I'll be watching it. One thing that I did see, you're going to see my hotel room. I stayed in a fabulous, your donations helped me get to these places, get a place to stay. I stayed and they had CNN in English. I swear to God, I haven't seen CNN in about 3 years. I swear to God. I have cable here. I was going through the channels. I think I have CNN in Spanish. I don't know about it in English, but I watched CNN when I wasn't out shooting video, and wow, I was watching all this world news. It was like, really? I had to turn it off. I mean, it was it was depressing, man. But anyway, the joys of living in Mexico, being able to turn off the TV. I stay away from places that have earthquakes and active volcanoes. Hey, man, everywhere on the planet has earthquakes. Yeah, you can't stay away from that. Lord of the Rings. Oh, yeah. I thought my Lego set would be shipped from Denmark, but it was made and shipped from Mexico. Hey, man, there are some really nice homes in your area. Okay, does that mean where I live now? You must have had your good coffee this morning. Yeah, baby. Yeah, I've been drinking my good coffee. I drank coffee this morning. I got it running. I'm hyped. I lived close to the San Andreas Fault my whole life, and I have felt many earthquakes, including the 1989 Loma Prieta earthquake. Yeah, man. You know what? Whatever. I want to thank some people are actually donating to the channel here. I just got a notification. Let me see. Somebody just donated. They clicked my donate button. It's Jamie. Jamie, thank you very much for contributing to the channel to help me make more trips. Thank you so much, my friend in Montreal. I appreciate that. Bill, what natural disasters are Morelia prone to? Maybe flooding in certain areas. Now, I live up on a hill, so I mean, for me to get flooded, I'd be watching people get flooded, drowning. I just have my binoculars out looking down this hill and saying, "Oh, y'all better swim fast, swim fast, swim fast." But with all these mountains and everything, who knows? Who knows what happened to Atlantis? Where did Atlantis go? It's gone, man. It was supposed to be a perfect place. Then one day it just disappeared. One day, poof. Okay. Thank you, Kim J. Johnny Williams, buenos dias, amigo. Me alegra verte. Bien y tan cómico como siempre. Gracias de fruta de tu día. Gracias. Enjoy your day. He said, I'm going to donate some money in a minute. That's what he just said. Thank you, Johnny. Cassie Davis, do you have a link for your spy glasses? I tell you what, just go to Amazon. Just go to Amazon and type in spy glasses. And mine were $50. And notice the camera is right here. It's right here in the middle. So just look for the camera right in the middle. When I get more donations, I'm going to upgrade. I spent $47 on these. And but I think I need a $200 pair. And these I'm learning how they work and all that kind of stuff. But just go to Amazon and look for the pair that costs like $45, $50. That's the ones that I have. I do not have a link to them. I probably could find it. But Cassie Davis, thank you so much for contributing to the channel. Ivy Adams, good morning, Bill. Buenos dias and safe travels. Thank you so much. Cars, #1 export only because they don't include drugs. Okay. But, the only reason that they ship drugs to the United States is because people in the United States do the drugs and buy the drugs. If people in the United States weren't doing the drugs and buying the drugs, they wouldn't be shipping the drugs. That's funny. Matt Brazelton, thank you as always for contributing to the channel. Yes, maybe you should roam around and shoot some video. Okay. And I need to get out. And explore my neighborhood more. I need to explore my neighborhood more. And it looks like somebody else just contributed to the channel. Tanya, thank you very much, Tanya, for clicking my donate button in the description below and donating to the channel. And JMM Garza, I'm donating in spirit. Hey, that's cool. Spirit. We're all just vibrations, donating and just being. Dan, you watch too many American propaganda media. There you go. Okay. Now, if I recall correctly, Bill's brand of spy glasses are called, I think he's right. I think it's called, that's what they are right there. They have many styles. I bought the same brand of spy glasses shortly after Bill got them. Yeah, I think you hit that right on the head because that name is kind of funny. Yes. Have you visited Balcón para Cuchin yet? I don't know. I don't No. Tooth fairy, unhappy, hateful Americans will always need some drugs. That's funny. That's funny. Cartels are business people. It's supply and demand. Big up to the cartels. Now, let me say something. When I was in Colima, when I was in Colima and Comala, I mean, I was there for a week, and I got to be friends with some well-connected Mexican people, and they were telling me about big money in Mexico. They were telling me about the cartels, and they were saying that that drugs are so minuscule. It's such a small part of cartels. They said the big money is in minerals, steel, all this other stuff I don't even know about. Lithium, billions and billions of dollars. But they call it the cartel, but that's the way big money is. And I'm not going to go into politics, but one of the biggest cartels is in the United States, is in the White House right now. And I'm not bashing anybody, or I'm not talking bad about anybody, but okay, let's talk about this. Talk about cartels. I will say this. Who's the electricity guy? The electricity guy, can't remember his name. Not Thomas Edison, but Thomas Edison was about DC current, but the guy who created AC DC current, and AC DC current is still, help me with this guy's name. Somebody help me with his name. He's famous. But he developed free energy. He developed free energy with a tower that would give free energy to everybody on the planet for free. But his major funder was J.P. Morgan. J.P. Morgan. And J.P. Morgan had a lot of money invested in gas, oil, lumber for energy. And so he wouldn't fund this guy. He was funding this guy for a while until he figured out that wow, how messed up is that? How messed up is that some big billionaire guy who was making money off people, and he could have helped everybody on the planet save all their money with free energy, but then he would lose money. But anyway, I'm not going to talk about the cartels anymore. So let's go back down here. Best Mexican coffee. Let me go grab it. Hold on a second. Okay. I'm back. That's what James Brown said. I'm back. This is the Mexican coffee that I drink, and their headquarters is in Mazatlan. This is where their headquarters is, and I used to drink. I was addicted to Costco. Coffee. Kirkland French roast, and I would buy the beans, grind. I used that for like 10 years. Okay. But then when I got the Mazatlan, somebody said, "Hey, try this. They make it right here in Mazatlan." And I've been doing this regularly for about 3 years now. I love it. Merino. There you go. I don't know if it's the best, but I'm a junkie, baby. I drink it. It gets me all hyped up. I feel good. Look at me. Hey. And when I'm out at nighttime, flying around, looking for criminals so I can bust them, I drink a bunch of Merino coffee. It makes me crazy. Make me wild and crazy. Yeah. Okay, now. Don't know. Tooth Fairy. What's this? Ken Art, thank you so much. Ken Art for contributing to the channel. Do the spy glasses record audio also? Yes, they do. And surprisingly, the audio is as good as or much better than the video. It really surprised the hell out of me. But yeah, excellent audio. Okay, the Volcan de Pericuten, also accented Pericuten, is a cinder cone volcano located in the Mexico state of Michoacan. That's where I live, near the city. Oh, yeah, I did a video on Uapan and about very good. I haven't been there. I'm not aware of that. West of 200 miles west of Mexico City. I have to visit that. Petro is a cartel. Okay, everybody's a cartel. I'm a cartel. Both sides are corrupt. Anyone says Diff is a fool. Yeah, there you go. Asteroid 2024 might hit Morelia. Oh boy. Let's see, 30 in 2032, same time Social Security funds run out. It's the end of the world as we all know it. Okay. Well, I tell you what, that's funny. The Mayan calendar, I think I said this one time about a year ago, but like 30 years ago, I was in Mexico from Columbus, Ohio, visiting, and I was reading this book about the history of the Mayans and studying the Mayan. I was on a bus studying the Mayan calendar, and now this is 35 years ago. And in this book about Mayans, it said the Mayan calendar said that the end of the Mayan calendar was like 2024. And this is like 30 years ago. It must have been like 1995. And back then, 2024 seemed so far away, and now it's here and gone. We still here. Who know what's going to happen? What happened now? Telsa. Telsa cars. I do have some statistics here on Telsa cars because I was talking about the number one export from Mexico to the United States is vehicles. But then I was running, and for what it's worth, Honda just made a $1 billion investment in Ohio for EV construction, electronic vehicles. And I only say that because that's probably Marysville, which is right outside of my hometown. And Marysville is where my grandmother lived. Then Honda started then they built the Honda plant. So now they're investing more money there. But Telsa sales globally are down 47% globally. In Europe and all over the world, Telsa sales are just as of 2 weeks ago have just hit. Oh, but who's big? Who's kicking butt in EV land? BYD. BYD out of China is kicking that butt, selling electronic cars like crazy. Whatever. Now, let's go over here. See what's going on. Yes, Tesla. That's who I was talking about. Nikola Tesla. He had it going. He was going to give Nikola Tesla. Look him up on YouTube. A brilliant man, almost went broke, and He died very mysteriously. Some people said he was killed because he wanted to give free electricity and power to everybody. Yes, that is him. Tesla, Tesla, Tesla. Yeah, that's what I'm talking. Look him up on YouTube. Thank you so much for helping me out. Okay, I was just thinking of that this morning. Good minds think alike. Hola, Guillermo. That's my name. Guillermo Sanchez. We got another Mamo in the house. Yeah, there you go. Electrical tower. That's what I'm talking about. Also, I'm gonna get back to my videos that I took on my trip this week in a second. But I've been watching a lot of YouTube history. It's so much fun. I know that Axel Foley is and I think Buck Stops here is a history freak also. But now our unique archaeologist, because there are politics and science as well as politics, but now they're saying there's no way that the pyramids in Egypt nor the Sphinx could have been built in like 3500 BC. There's no way. Some people say that they had to be built like 25,000 minimum years before that. And some people say that the main pyramid, the main big tall pyramid was actually built to generate free energy around the world. Okay, whatever. Thinking about La Paz, Baja for potential property investment. I'm getting dual citizenship through my dad, I think you mean. Verlaine is usually in here. She lives in La Paz. I don't see that being a bad investment. I think there are many other parts of Mexico where you might be able to buy 2 or 3 very fine houses in El Centro, specifically in Morelia. What worries me about being on the peninsula is hurricanes. That place is just ripe to get. I've been through about 10 hurricanes between Puerto Vallarta and Mazatlan. They are no fun. And when they touch down on your properties, your money is gone. You gone, your money gone. You be saying, Annie M, and that's a tornado. Dorothy and the Wizard of Oz, that tornado was whooping her butt. But imagine if that was a hurricane. Hurricane would have just wiped her little whole family off the map. Speaking of energy, later this year, we will start hearing a term called 0-point technology. I believe it will change the world. Ken Art, thank you for that tip. I'm going to take a screenshot of that. I've heard that. I don't remember where. What about New York, Texas, California cartels? What about the Italiano gangsters that export their gangster idea across the world? Yeah, man. It's too bad. There's but that's one of the joys of living in Mexico. I don't know. I don't know who's doing what. I don't know nothing. And I don't know anything. Now, here we go. The cartels are so diverse. How is Trump going to wipe them off the face of the map? How ridiculous. And Paige is making her move to Mexico. She'll be here shortly. I've communicated with her, and so has Jamie, from what I understand. Yes, Nikola Tesla built a laboratory in Colorado Springs in 1899 called the Tesla Experimental Station. Tesla used the station to study wireless power transmission. It all occurred near my ranch. Wow, all kinds of wonderful energy in here today. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Don't blame me. I voted for Bill the Geek. Right on. I've been thinking about running for president. I'm thinking about it. But then I wouldn't be. I'd still go live. I'd say if I won the presidency and you put me in the White House just because of you guys, I would still show up on Saturday mornings and go live. I'd be saying, this is Bill the Geek broadcasting live from 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. And I'm talking about the joys of wishing that I was in Mexico. Something like that. Now, Toyota has begun working on solid state battery. Eric, United Airlines is starting nonstop flight from Houston to Puerto Escondido, Oaxaca. Those flights should be very popular. Let's see how that goes. All right. Now, Ken Art. I think I slipped back a little too far. Instead of letting political wrangling stress me out or avoiding it, I'm watching it as theater. Yeah. Bowl of popcorn, cherry Coke. Yep. And that's what the congresswoman from Texas said. She said after the election, she said, I just got my popcorn and some coffee. I'm just going to watch. When Nikola Tesla died, yeah. Now, isn't that funky? That's right. When he died, all of his scientific documents disappeared also. That ain't right. You will end before the world. Nature never ends. Religion did a number on the very credulous. Oh boy, y'all just popping out the bag. People popping out. Thank God. I love talking about this stuff. Oh, this is what I do. Oh yeah. You guys are funny. Mary Jane, thank you so much for contributing to the channel. Jerry, gracias. I think I'll order a pair and join the cause. Okay. Cartels are only as powerful as one's desires to use drugs. Just say no. Yeah, say no to that fentanyl. Look at Holly back here. She was on that fentanyl. Once she got addicted to that fentanyl, she ain't ever been the same. You ever see her move? She never moves. She always sitting over there all week. She used to be so lively. She used to be so full of energy and joy and running around, helping little kids in the neighborhood. Then she hooked up with that fentanyl, and she's been sitting on that table now for about 6 months. I go over there and slap her and Holly, wake up, come out of it. No, that's what them drugs will do to you. For your travel fund, Brian Maiden, thank you so much, my brother, for contributing to the channel. That's funny. Okay. Oh, you guys are just too kind. So let me get back to some video clips here. Let's get back to some video clips. And for those of you that joined us late, so I was in Lázaro Cárdenas. I think he was a Mexican president. And the strange thing about this city was it really, to my knowledge, it's not a real old city. It was maybe a pueblo, a small town before it became a shipping point. So the layout, as far as the way the town is laid out, it was a totally different. Its layout was totally different than anywhere I had been anywhere in Mexico, meaning that they didn't really have an El Centro, and the Malecon wasn't connected to El Centro, and the plaza wasn't really connected to the Malecon, and everything's all spread out. and I'm going to it was a dusty town, and you guys take a look. Just take a look. Just take a look. Here we go. Let's go in to the town. Okay. Oh, here we go. So the bus is showing up. And this is like, I'm going to call it a roundabout. In Spanish, it's called a glorieta. And this is the hotel across the street from my hotel. At this point, I'm just on the bus. We're cruising into town. I don't know what is what, but here's my hotel room inside with the beautiful purple. There's my travel bag right there. But this place was the bomb. I got a refrigerator, a little stove over there. I got my own coffee maker, microwave oven. I even have a little balcony over there. I'm probably watching CNN in the background. I tell you what, when you're on the road, nothing better than a nice place to stay. And that place was $46 a night. And the place was called JP Hotel and Suites. You can find them on the internet. It was extremely clean. The owners were very friendly. They took great care of me. It was a very secure building. And so I wanted to get out and see what was going on. So I asked the people, where's the Malecon? How do I get to the Malecon? And so the taxi driver, it cost me like $3 to go to the end of the Malecon. And there they had this outdoor theater. Here you go. Yeah. And this is right. Oh, and you can see it's right on a river. I believe that this river or canal goes right to the ocean. And then that's how they ship the cars out. And the Malecon, I've been on many Malecons. Here we go. I walked the Malecon. They had nice restaurants on the Malecon. I mean, it was okay. I don't know if I could live in this city. I bet it's really cheap. The ocean. But this is the first week of February, and it was right on the edge of being hot and humid as hell at 3:00 in the afternoon. It was a nice place. I don't know if I could live there. You could rent bikes for yourself, rent bikes for your little kids. The people in this place were very friendly. There you go. Yeah, that lady right there, she wanted my phone number. She wanted to know what hotel I was staying in. I told her, no, baby, no, not here, not today. Also, wherever I've been in Mexico, in the parks, lots of parks have these exercise machines. And this is in the afternoon. I bet they have big parties here on Saturday afternoons and Sundays. Boats going up and down the river. But again, I don't think that I could live here. But for young people that work online, or for those people out there that love heat and humidity, also this place is pretty much right on the ocean. So you're very close to places, beach towns, Extapa, Plaza Azul, places like that. Very, very close to. Okay. Let me scroll back here. Here we go. Let's come back. I'm scrolling back to see how. Here we go. Okay, now. Okay. Axel Foley, China isn't selling BYDs in the U.S., but still crushing the competition worldwide. Quality and affordability. Don't sleep on China. The U.S. debt to China is $83 billion, accruing interest as we speak. Yeah, and I see all kinds of cars that I don't think you see down in Mexico that I don't think you see in the United States. When they won't allow it to be sold locally, that's a hint to leave it alone. Drugs. Yeah, okay. Bill, remember being a kid and everyone had and played with magnets? Yep. Telsa technology involved magnets and copper wire drawing juice from the ether, atmospheric moisture. Oh, thank you so much for that. Look up the founder of Nueva Italia, Michoacan. He's an Italian guy. Let me do a screenshot of that. Thank you so much. Woo, see, exactamente. Yes, exactly. You can use a tower for a cape in winter. In summer, you can use a tablecloth for, you're funny. Oh, okay. All right, Jerry Dover, Jamie. Hey, Charles Williams. I would love to pick your brain a bit about Morelia. Okay. You can give, Bill can give you my email. Okay, we'll work that out. Wow, that hotel room was the bomb. It was really the bomb. Refrigerator, microwave, big, clean, and I could walk to the Malecon pretty much, and I walked from the Malecon back to my hotel. Also, I'm learning, and as I take more trips, I learn more and more about travel. But okay. So I'm in the middle of town and I'm asking people, where's the plaza? Where's El Centro? And these people didn't know. I mean, they're working at the gas station, and I know that my Spanish wasn't terrible. Plaza, Centro. I mean, how you can't really mess that up. Centro, Plaza. And they were telling me all this stupid crap. So I just got out my phone and I got on Google Maps, and Google Maps on your phone will show you exactly where you are. And I could see the plaza on my phone. Then Google Maps, as you walk, you'll see yourself moving towards the plaza. So so from now on, I haven't been doing this for 4 years, but from now on, I'm just going to write down the address of everywhere I want to see and just search for it in Google Maps. I just walk there. I'm not asking directions. I can, but whatever. Shirley W. How do those glasses work? Bluetooth connection to your front phone. Where can I get them? Just go to Amazon, do a search for spy glasses. And these are not Bluetooth, though they do have Bluetooth versions so that you can see in your phone what you're seeing in your glasses. Those are like 200. Mine were like $50. But they have a whole bunch of different types on Amazon.com. Now, surely Amazon, there you go. Thank you. Thanks, Jerry. Lenses are interchangeable. Yes. Thank you, Jerry. You're welcome. Kevin Winters, it doesn't look like a dusty place. Well, let's look at some more images here. Okay, here we go. Oh, no, not that. They had these military ships right on the canal. And that's like 5 military ships, tugboats right on the Malecon. And then I actually start walking around the town. Now I'm kind of in El Centro. I wasn't impressed. I'm going to say this is the I don't want to trash talk any town, but I was not at all impressed. Now, about 2 months ago, somebody asked, they said, Bill, do they have dollar stores in Mexico? Do they have, can you find dollar stores? Throughout Mexico, you will find Waldo's. Waldo's is all over Mexico. And Waldo's is the dollar store in Mexico. I don't know how it works. Maybe it's 20. maybe everything's under 20 pesos. That's about $1. And I'm walking down the street. I couldn't really even find a place that I wanted to eat. And I was hungry. And I saw this pizza. Okay, now I'm going to stop that. I'm going to play this again. In Mexico, many times instead of pepperoni and cheese, they'll have ham and cheese pizza, and that means cheap sandwich ham. And look at this pizza right here, the first one you're going to see. That's like cheap ham with cheese. Here's some pepperoni and cheese. But also they'll put hot dogs on. There's some hot dogs and cheese. I don't know. But anyway, here is the main plaza with a statue of the man himself that the town was named after. But as you look at this, you're going to see paper and dirt all around the statue. I don't know, man. I don't know if I could live in this place. I was very surprised, but they had a plaza. And we're gonna walk through there in a second, where they're cooking and the smells of this were just wonderful. I think this is maybe Tuesday or Wednesday at about 6 o'clock in the early evening. Lots of people. This is the market. If you looked at it, you wouldn't think it was. Look, and they're grilling yellow corn and white corn. More food in the market. I'm going to walk through the market here. And here I am using my spy glasses. That lady right there, she spoke fluent English. I think she had to be an American. But this is around, I think it's Tuesday. It's around 6 o'clock in the afternoon. I didn't see any Canadians, no Americans. And then right across the street from my hotel, I think What you're about to see is right across the street from my hotel. I could get out on my little balcony, and all these people, I didn't understand what was going on over there. You're going to see a corner, and behind this corner, I think it's a hospital. It must be a public hospital because people were waiting. They were going in and out of there, but this is like a 1-minute clip, and you can see for yourselves what you think. Here we go. This is across the street from my hotel. There were always taxis out there, families late. Their taxi right there, another taxi with the door open. That's my hotel on the left-hand side. There are places to buy food here. There's an OXXO. There was an OXXO right on the corner. I lived on OXXO food, which was not desirable, but I didn't die. There you go. I was not at all impressed with this trip. There's OXXO. There's OXXO right over there. There's my hotel right over there. But I knew I didn't have a problem getting a taxi back to the bus station. I didn't have to worry about that. So again, where was I? That's my last video clip. This is the town I was in, Lázaro Cárdenas. I was greatly. I'm just going to say I was. I'm not going back. That's all I have to say. And that's. I'm not going back. Now, I did want to go to Plaza Azul, which is that would be in English, the Blue Beach. I've heard great things about that. Estapa is right down the road. I might go back then. But in February, I got to say again, in February, that place was getting, it was hot and humid the first week of February at 2:00 in the afternoon. Okay, here we go. Jerry Dover. I have a couple of years to go before I can make the move, but what are your thoughts on Santiago de Querétaro? I haven't been there yet. I've heard great things about it. I've had friends that have lived there that showed up for a while and left. I've met Mexicans that do live there now. They're getting a lot of United States investment through businesses for auto parts in the northern parts of town, but I haven't been there yet. So I have to go and look around, and maybe I'll do that this year. Go there and give you my review. I've heard great things about it. I know people that live there. I know people that have moved there and then moved away. Shirley, thank you so much, Shirley. Bill, does most cities in Mexico have malecons? Many, and let's talk about the word malecon. Malecon is kind of like a boardwalk. And I'm going to say that malecon would be synonymous with boardwalk, like the boardwalk in New York. You know, you walk along the ocean, they have rides and stuff and restaurants. So whenever you hear the word malecon, so my first malecon was Puerto Vallarta. And you walk down this long walkway along the ocean, restaurants, beautiful views of the ocean. Mazatlan. Mazatlan has the longest, they say, malecon on the planet. It's like 7-8 miles. Beautiful ocean views, restaurants. In Chapala, Ajijic, they had malecons. But those Malecons went along the lake of Lake Chapala, which is the largest lake in Mexico. And one of the most beautiful Malecons I've seen is in Jocotepec, surprisingly. And Jocotepec is about a 20-minute drive from Ajijic and Ajijic Chapala, but it was beautiful. But that Malecon was also on the lake of Lake Chapala. So Brian, to answer your question, many cities and towns that have lakes or rivers or ocean, they have Malecons. I'm like here in Morelia, I've never heard anyone talk about a Malecon. We don't have a lake. We don't have a river that I know of going through the town, around the town. So I'm going to say that I'm going to say many cities that are attached to rivers, lakes, or oceans, that's where you're going to find the Malecons. Okay, greetings. High vibe. Hola, high vibe. Always great to see you here. Chris G, thank you from Chicago, 32 degrees. That's a heat wave. Be happy. Be happy. Get some skis. Go out and have a good time. Burkina Faso joins electric vehicle market last week with launch of new EV brand. As a result, Tesla stock went down 10%. Thank you, Buck Stops here. Surely, maybe they don't have a central plaza. They did have a plaza. I was there. That's where the big statue was. It was kind of near. Bricks has got it going on. Surely. Hot dog, pizza. No, I'm telling you, man. I don't want no hot dogs in my pizza. China took a cue from FDR administration, and they are flourishing. Okay. Let's see now. Guillermo, what's your favorite sport in Michoacana? I like American college football. That's it. That's the only. I only watch football Americano. That's all I do. I don't know. If I watch a soccer game, I have no clue what's going on. I'm a dummy. Never been there, but I've heard Lazaro Cardenas is a strong, seaport stronghold. Okay. You can't love all the places, Bill. That's funny. Yeah. I'm going to say that's the most disappointing trip. The best part about that trip, let me tell you, the best part about that trip was the bus ride and watching Bad Boys 4 on the bus in Spanish. That was the best part of that trip. There you go. That was the best part. Oh, and the even better part was when I got home. Yeah, the best part about that trip is when I got back to Morelia. Okay. What is a Malecon? A Malecon is like a boardwalk. Just think of boardwalk like the one in New York. So when you hear the word Malecon, just think boardwalk. I agree that Jocotepec is one of the nicest Malecons I've been to. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. If you ever make it to Guadalajara, Chapala, Ajijic, take some time to go to Jocotepec. And right before you get into town, that's where it's this big park, and it's right at the bottom of this giant mountain. It is so beautiful. Yeah, Monaco, Europe has a very nice Malecon. Just saying. Okay. So this week I'm in town. This week I got some business to take care of here and there. I'll be shooting videos of Morelia. I'll have those videos for you for next weekend. I'm planning the trip for the week after that. I want to thank everybody. I want to thank everybody for showing up and joining us today. Let's see what I'm missing over here. And that's all I got. After taking this last trip, it was hot and humid the first week of February, and it really made me feel I don't like hot and humid in February. I want to go south. I want to go to more beach towns, and I might. So on my next trip, I might go to 2 beach towns down south on the ocean. I want to. That bus ride was really good. I might, but now I'm trying to figure out, do I want to go back to the land of hot heat and humidity? And it's only going to get worse. The heat and humidity is only going to get worse the longer than I wait, but we'll see what's going on. Yeah. Hi, my fellow Buckeye. I'm watching late, but we'll start from the beginning. I donate in my government. Don't quite understand that. Johnny Williams. Have you been to see the Olmec sites in Tabasco, Mexico? It's on my list. I hope to get there this year. I saw the MS-13 cartel and Isla Mujeres, and they talked to me. Was very nice. La Policia, the police, then came over and asked me, was everything okay? Cartel is also in Texas, where I was born. Okay. Oh, thank you so much. And thank you, everyone, for showing up this week, contributing to the channel. Thanks for all your feedback. We talked about a lot of history this week. Thank you so much. Been in some tough spots in my life, and it was always about respect as to how you are treated. Yeah, just give everybody some respect. Tooth Fairy, hola, Brian, ¿cómo estás? You guys are so funny. Oh, man. But that's about it. That's about all I got. I donate in my government name, but I like to stay incognito. All right, you guys. Before I go, I do want to say that I was going to go to Playa al Sul, but I got some disturbing information from the U.S. government while I was on the road. So the day I was going to go to Playa al Sul, I had to call the U.S. government, which is big pain in the butt. So I'm going to say, instead of going to Plaza al Sul, I ended up being on hold with the government for about 8 hours. The most frustrating part of that was being on hold for 2 hours. Then you get actually able to talk to somebody, and then the phone dies. Talk about frustrating. But I got everything worked out. I did. I had to send them a document, and I overnighted that out yesterday, which takes me to the and you know, I had to do some things with my address, but everything worked out. Everything's okay. But if you have to talk to the U.S. government on the phone with any Social Security, the Internal Revenue Service, the best time to call them is at 8 o'clock in the morning, Eastern Standard Time, because then the phone message is going to tell you that there's a 30 to 40 minute wait time. But if you wait until 2 o'clock in the afternoon and call them, the little computer lady is going to tell you that the wait time is more than 120 minutes. I'm telling you, yeah. And when you hear that message, you may as well just hang up. So anyway, I'll be back next week. I want to thank everybody for sharing some time with one another today, and we're gonna get around Morelia this week. We'll have videos, some good Morelia videos next week, and that's about all I can say. Whatever your Super Bowl team is, root for them. I'll be watching tomorrow, so that's about it. Now, okay. Now let me say what else. That's about all I got to say. So all I'm going to say now, I'm going to say thank you for joining us. Love you all. More to come soon. And Char Williams, good luck getting rid of all your stuff. Sell everything must go. Get rid of everything. You don't own things. Things own you. And I'm going to tell you, I'm Bill the Geek, broadcasting live from Morelia, Mexico. This is the Bill Dallas Lewis channel, and we make videos about the joys of living in Mexico. And as always, I say adios. I say hasta luego. And finally, I usually say que te vaya bien. May the force be with you all. Keep that free energy coming from the universe flowing with all the love and joy to everyone we see. Bye.